Hey everybody! So today I'm using a microphone as you can see. So it's gonna be odd somehow, but I hope it's louder. So this all goes to Sandesh. So shout out to Sandesh for actually suggesting like using a microphone because like the first video could have been softer. So let's see how it goes. I hope it's better for you guys to listen to and you guys don't have to worry about it being too soft or like you guys have to turn up the volume like too loud and then it's still so soft. So hopefully making use of technology anyway. So okay, so I was supposed to do like this roundup video on the European Grand Prix like earlier this week, but I was pretty busy because I was trying to get some internship matters done and apparently I'm going on holiday like tomorrow or as you can or when you watch this video maybe it's probably today. So whatever it is, but anyhow, so yeah, so I'll be going basically I'll be on holiday for 2 weeks, so that kind of means I'll be missing out the Austrian Grand Prix. Partly, I don't know, it's okay, it feels, I have no idea. I don't know if it's really mean of me to say this, but okay, honestly, I just hope that the Austrian Grand Prix isn't that interesting, so I won't be missing out like a good race. But at the meantime, as a F1 fan, I hope that the Austrian Grand Prix is actually like an interesting race so that there's something to talk about and like there's always this hope in me where I'll think that like F1 is it's not there's I mean like not all hope is lost for F1 after all because like there are some interesting and like exciting races here and there, so I don't know, but honestly too bad. I know I just don't like traveling during F1 weekends, but I just don't have a choice because too bad. Um, it so happened that F1 is next week. Why didn't they have like F1 this week instead? Then I could have just like missed one race and then I could have watched the British Grand Prix when I come back. But oh well, the stars are not aligned in my favor, so let's see. But anyhow, so yeah, so that's the reason why I'm actually like making a video today so that I can actually get everything done before I fly off in a few hours time. So yeah, so this video will be really short because I'll try to get as much content as I can in this video on the European Grand Prix, and then I'll just like get to bed like immediately after this. So I hope it's good enough for you guys, but if not, then I seriously can't be bothered because I'm just doing it for the sake of actually posting a video so that I've actually done my part. So here we go. So basically the European Grand Prix is in a new track. It was in Azerbaijan. I hope I pronounced it correctly because like it took me like I don't know a few times to actually got it right, and I actually listened to it on YouTube like continuously before I actually make this video. So anyhow, so yeah, we had a race at Azerbaijan and in the city of Baku. I would say the city is really very pretty. Like I'm not really sure of the country though because I didn't know this country actually exists. Okay, I'm so sorry. But I mean, um Turkey is more popular than Azerbaijan, or like like other countries are way bigger than Azerbaijan, I presume. So basically F1 is sort of my geography, like lessons where I actually learn more about the other countries and like the other cities and the national anthems and their culture. So this European Grand Prix was pretty, I don't know, it's an eye opener I guess. So I got to know like Azerbaijan's culture and like their religion and their people. I don't know. First impression, I think they kind of remind me of Turkey. Like, I think their most of their population consists of like the Muslims, and yeah, that's what I read up upon. But of course, their country is not fully Muslim populated, so yeah. And I don't know. Baku is really fascinating. Like it kind of reminds me of Monaco somehow, because like there's a mix of like the old buildings and the new buildings, but it looks really luxurious in some sense. Like, it seems like the people are really well off over there. Or maybe, like it's just like all those kind of TV stints again, like where they actually show you the good side of the country and then like the bad side is just like um chucked aside, and like the TV just let the other people suffer and stuff like that. They just don't want to show like the bad image of the country to the other people. So I'm not sure, but it looks pretty. And yeah, I mean the track, it's like Monaco also because it's a street track, and a street track with a mix of old and new buildings, somehow like Singapore as well. So it's like there's some sort of pattern going on for all the street tracks that we have thus far on the F1 calendar, where we see like like the tracks um going like around the city, showcasing like the city's skyscrapers, and also a mix of their heritage buildings that they had like during, I mean, like a few decades ago. So it's really cool. Like, I don't know, I always like those kind of tracks, although it's boring and stuff like that. But I know everybody's been saying that the European Grand Prix is basically really, really very boring. I don't know. To me, I found it alright, surprisingly, because maybe it's because I didn't really have like expectations for this. Like, I was excited for the race for sure, but at the meantime, I was like, because it's a new race, so nobody should actually like have such high hopes for it, because like usually first races usually get screwed up or something like that, in some sense that everything is not perfect, everything can't be made perfect in the first race, because there tend to be mistakes here and there. And yeah, but basically I don't know, I kind of, like I said, I really really like it for some strange reason. Maybe it's because, I don't know, because I was really 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 drawn to the fact that there was so many overtakes throughout the race. So like like, yeah, there were some moments of time where you see like, okay, the races actually didn't change much, but especially like the top two, like Nico Rosberg and Sebastian Vettel, especially Nico Rosberg, because once he led the race, he just went all out, and we didn't really see him until like at the end of the race, where he was announced the winner. And yeah, but other than that, we did see a whole lot of overtakes like going on throughout the race, which I really really find it amazing. I don't know, I think we actually saw many more overtakes than Monaco. I Yeah, I understand that some people are saying that the Baku track is basically like too easy for the drivers, whereas, I mean, like where you see like drivers overtaking each other, like so easily, it's like a breeze and stuff like that. But I don't know, maybe it's just my opinion, and like I say, low expectation. So maybe that's the reason why I'm one of the few people out there who actually enjoy the race. So yeah, and this race, well, we didn't see any seagulls anymore. So I think that's a good sign for Sebastian. We did see though, you know, a cat on track though. Yeah, during the practice session. So maybe that's his, I don't know, a lucky symbol or something, because he didn't get any bad outcomes in his race like last week as compared to the one in Canada. So who knows? Anyhow, but we saw a lot of plastic bags going on track. Like, we have the blue one, and then like later on, I think I did see somehow, I'm not sure because I was watching the live streaming on my laptop, so quality is pretty blur, but I think I saw another big plastic bag going on like somewhere on the track. So I have no idea what's with Baku and plastic bags, but maybe it's just their way of actually like attempting for a safety car, safety car, triggering a safety car lap. But yeah, that's one of the things as well. Like, you would have thought that a straight track means safety car, but we don't see any safety cars at all. Like, throughout the race, I was really stunned. Like, I was actually anxiously waiting for the safety car to come out to make an appearance, but it didn't. So I think that's why Red Bull actually failed in it, because they were expecting a safety car lap like somewhere in the race, but it didn't turn out. So that's how their strategies were kind of like messed up. But anyhow, it's I find it kind of impressive that they actually made it into the points. I think that's good enough. I mean, they can't expect much of themselves because like Baku being it like a very fast long straight, they can't actually do that with their Renault engines apparently, because they're not powerful enough as compared to like Mercedes. Yeah, the Mercedes and the Ferrari engines. So good job for the Red Bulls, even though like, you know, they are disappointed and stuff like that. But I think they did well for, I mean, despite the circumstances. So yeah, so I think that's about it, basically. Unless I'm pretty much mistaken, but it's because I'm trying to rush through this video. So nice. I'm so sorry, guys. So anyhow, so I think one thing to talk about is one of the other things to talk about is Sergio Perez and Force India. Like, I mean, it's Sergio Perez second podium this year. So that's amazing. Like, second podium, and it's not even like it's still before the summer break. So I mean, there are still so many other races in the calendar. So having like two podiums at such an early stage, I think they might win another podium, like, you know, in like the consecutive races. So I don't know. Especially with the upgrades, there's some sort of pattern for Force India. Like last season, Force India didn't really make such a good, you know, like a good impression at the beginning of the season, because, well, they were there, like they were winning points and stuff like that, but they weren't exactly like podium worthy. So after they sort of like made a full upgrade of their cars, the engines and everything about it, they started winning podiums, like Sergio Perez in Russia, and you know, like both of them have been consistently consistently like getting into the points. Well, yeah, we did see like Nico Hulkenberg like retiring at times, but you know that we can see that, you know, the car is there, like the speed is there, the power is there. They were there. They were like way better than, you know, like McLaren or something like that, which is a surprise, because like who would have thought that such a new team, well, not really exactly a new team, but you know, like one of the newest in F1, because they weren't around like, you know, a few years ago, like, I mean, decades ago. So for them to actually do so well and improve so much, come such a long way. It's I know it's a massive feat. So kudos to them, and I hope like, you know, like they will actually improve themselves further and we can see much more potential in them. Well, they're already showing us, you know, like how they are far ahead of other teams, but you know, it would be nice to actually see them actually competing with, you know, like having like the power to compete seriously, not really seriously, like, you know, yeah, okay, fine, seriously with the bigger teams and yeah, the top teams. Well, they are already, but it would be nice to actually see like two drivers going head to head with like Mercedes, Ferrari, or even like, you know, Red Bull. It'd be nice, but yeah, just like I said again, they have some sort of pattern, so they kind of do really really well in street races. So we have already excuse me so they have already like gotten a podium at Monaco, they have gotten a podium at Baku, so who knows, they might actually win another podium in Singapore. Well, and I'll be marshalling there, so it'll be nice to actually see a different, you know, podium winner on, you know, in Singapore. So let's see how it goes. And the final part I'll be talking about is the radio messages. Like, I don't know. I don't know why is it such a big issue because, well, I have to admit it has its flaws. Like the driver basically can't ask any technical questions from their engineers and stuff like that. But at the same time, yeah, I mean that's a bit harsh. I mean, it's not racing at all. Basically, you're like, I mean, why? And the problem is like the engineers can't even say anything. They can just say yes and no. I find that a bit. I don't know. That's not even necessary. Like, if you want a radio message, like those kind of radio messages, like why don't you just ban radio messages completely, or you actually just it's no point doing a radio message that's like partial, like in the sense that the drivers can ask and then the engineers can answer, but it's in some ways like radio radio approved or something. Like you can't give in too much details, but at the same time you can give them like a heads up on telling them like, oh, okay, yes or no, or no, is that's a bit irrelevant. So if if the FIA wants to do something like that, just ban it completely, or just give freedom to radio messages, because it's really really annoying to actually hear Lewis Hamilton actually like whining over the radio and just like getting his point heard and stuff like that. And even not even Lewis Hamilton is the one suffering from it, even Kimi Räikkönen is suffering from it. And to think that Kimi Räikkönen isn't a fan of radio messages, and then him actually like getting so pissed that they pretty much show something about it, right? That F1 is doing it wrong, just like F1's qualifying system at the beginning of the year. So oh well, F1, you have fucked everything up again. So I don't know. And there's another thing. I mean, like, radio messages has been going on like since last year. I mean, yeah, it's been fully implemented like this season, but last year we had like a bit of it, like some of the teams actually like tried it out because like they had to like train for this year. So I don't know. I mean, I find it like did it surprisingly, I don't know, is it because like the race was so boring that they had to bring this up, like bring this radio message topic up and like make a big hoo-ha over it and say like, oh, blah 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 blah. And like the Baku, the European Grand Prix was basically just about radio messages and stuff like that. Radio messages, Lewis Hamilton, that's it. I have no idea why. I mean, like, yeah, I mean, like, true, like, maybe some people may find the race boring, and, yeah, you're entitled to your own opinion, but to actually have, like, people, focusing so much on the radio messages and making such a big deal out of it, I find it pretty, I don't know, it's pretty idiotic. It's pretty ridiculous. I mean, because, like, Lewis Hamilton isn't the only one that has gotten this issue before. Like, we've had like so many other drivers like getting this issue like throughout the season. And do you see anybody complaining about it? No. I'm not, well, okay, I'm honestly, in my opinion, and well, like I say, I'm a very truthful person. So basically, yeah, I'm just gonna say it right now. I'm not exactly the biggest Lewis Hamilton fan, but I know when to actually be sensible and stuff like that, and I know when to actually like talk about to set my dislikes aside and stuff like that. But I don't know, Lewis Hamilton was too much, or maybe it's because like like Sky Sports again, maybe they were just making a big thing out of it, when we can just make a, I don't know, you can just make it as an issue, but you don't have to make it so massive to the extent that like, oh, that's it, the Baku F1 is just on that and that's it. Well, yeah, but if you do that, is F1 gonna do anything? I have no idea, because like apparently, like, I just read the news again today, like Bernie is gonna cancel out. I mean, he's gonna take out like 3 races next season, and 2 of them will be Europe. So even if all of us like complain about it, do you think they will care? No, not really. Unless like they actually, I don't know, somehow maybe they were so drunk and then they decide like, oh, okay, maybe you should just ban these radio messages and stuff like that. I don't know, because the thing is, Nico had the same issue as well in Europe, as Lewis Hamilton, as accordance to Niki Lauda. So and Nico managed to fix it without any radio messages. So I don't understand why, when Lewis has the issue, they have to make a big deal of it. When Nico Rosberg had a big issue as well, but they didn't, like talk about it. They were just talking about Lewis. So I don't know. That's my opinion. But honestly, it's best if the radio messages are eradicated for sure. Because I don't really like it as well. Because like, I don't know. It's stupid. I mean, like most of the rules now we have in F1 are actually stupid. So I have no idea why am I actually still watching F1. But I guess it's just the love of F1. It never dies somehow. You still have to compromise with it. So you may get frustrated at times, but at the same time you'll be like, but I've already watched F1 for so many years, and your favorite driver is there, your favorite team is there, and that's the reason why I'm still here. So I don't know. Let's see how it goes anyway. I'm sure this radio message topic won't be the last of it all, because we have so many other, races out there, and I'm sure Lewis won't be the only one facing this issue, but let's see. So yeah, basically that's about it. It's pretty messy for sure, definitely. So I have to apologize because I'm just rushing everything, just getting everything done so that I can post it out on YouTube, and I'll post it up on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram when I'm in Hong Kong tomorrow. So yeah. So I'll probably see you guys again back for the British Grand Prix right after the Austrian Grand Prix. So the next roundup video will be on the not on the Austrian Grand Prix, sorry, on the British Grand Prix. So yeah, I will see you guys for probably 3 weeks. So I'll miss you guys, but I think you still get to see me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Although I won't be as like active as well, because I think I won't be able to catch up with the F1 stuff, but I will try my best to actually get in the know, and if there are any news that you guys should know about, I'll just post it up. So just look out for it. But other than that, see you guys in 3 weeks. Bye.